Stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 170 pounds, with a contact karate record, 15 wins, 6 losses, 7 wins by knockout. He is the PKA's number 5 world-ranked middleweight contender. Would you welcome Tommy Richardson? His opponent tonight, fighting out of the red corner, from Dallas, Texas, 27 years old, 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 171 pounds, with a contact karate record, 27 wins, 13 losses, 2 draws, with 18 knockouts. The PKA's 3rd-ranked middleweight contender, the Texas Wildman, Ray McCallum. Tonight, referee Truman Irving.
Gentlemen, this is a 7-round professional contest. I'll expect you to conduct yourselves as professionals throughout. As you know, there is no holding. There is absolutely no holding. I'll give you 2 warnings and only 2 warnings. After that, you will be penalized each time you hold. There's no kicking or striking below the waist, and there's no kicking or striking when an individual is down. Go to your corners. Make sure your mouthpieces are inserted. Begin the contest. Good luck and good health.
Tommy Richardson in black. There's a look at the former United States champion, Ray McCallum. Sort of a menacing look he has. Richardson in black, trimmed in red. And we're ready for the first of 7 rounds. Would be awfully interesting to try to describe the trunks on McCallum.
Those are blue camouflage pants. I don't know who he's trying to sneak up on. But he's going to be tough to find in the forest.
Well, they'd go over great in Hawaii, I'll tell you that. McCallum, as we mentioned, began karate very, very young. And people now are beginning to wonder if he may be just a bit burned out and lacked desire. You mentioned that you did like the desire edge to Tommy Richardson, and many believe that it's because McCallum's been at it for so long that burnout has set in.
Well, a lot of people do question his desire. They question his desire. They question his ability to train for fights. He has a tendency to do a lot of point sparring to kind of get ready for a fight. And I would have to think that if Tommy Richardson would come out there and set a real fast pace and make McCallum work a lot in the early rounds, that would certainly be to his advantage. At this point, McCallum is just doing a lot of moving. He's not going to get toe-to-toe. Early in his fighting career, McCallum used to want to show how tough he was. He'd get out there and go toe-to-toe with guys that were a lot stronger than him, and he had some problems because of that. As he's gotten a little older, he's also gotten a little wiser.
We already see that the kicking edge does belong to McCallum, and he's already used it to his advantage. And Richardson at times appears tentative with his kicking. He tried to work on that aspect of his game, but it's obvious that sometimes he's off balance when trying to kick. He has to think about his kicks before he throws them.
Richardson is a decent kicker. He's adequate with his kicks. He gets them up there. He's got good flexibility, and he kicks pretty hard. But he doesn't have a lot of variety, really. Not real good control of his kicks.
We're coming down to the end of the first round, scheduled for 7. Tommy Richardson and Ray McCallum. There's Ray McCallum, attired in camouflage. And Tommy Richardson in his corner, working with him right there, is Phil Myers along with Gary Baker.
Don't start those damn excuses now.
That's right.
Throw some punches.
That's the wrong one. You can't put that one under there.
All right, get some more. Come on. Come on, get some more. You're not going to work out. You can't make this thing so serious.
Start that shit. You can't.
That's right.
Get off.
You're not going to work.
Come on, get off. You're waiting.
Get them kicks up.
Throw some punches. His chin.
Richardson obviously has to be concerned about getting his kicks in early because he'd like to win with that upper body strength late in the round. And there's Ray McCallum. Randy Stem in his corner, discussing matters with him.
His distance down. Pick your shots.
Both corners relatively quiet, and it was a pretty inactive first round.
Kind of a quiet round. I think that, again, if I were in Tommy Richardson's corner, I'd be telling him, look, this guy has a history of not being in great shape. Go out there and make him work.
Second round, Tommy Richardson in black, trimmed in red and camouflage blue, as aptly put by John Worley. Ray McCallum, the Texas Wildman. You have to wonder, the Floridian from Jacksonville, Tommy Richardson, came out with a cowboy hat trying to win over the Texas crowd here at Gillies. McCallum scoring with a couple of rights and lefts that time as Richardson walked right into it.
Richardson just has had in the past a little bit of a history of being a slow starter, and in a 7-round fight, he really doesn't have much room for starting off slow. He needs to come out there and go hard right off the beginning, get in there tight, and try to get in close and land his kicks.
McCallum had a right hand that landed, though it didn't appear to hurt Richardson in any way. Richardson's quite a story. He didn't walk until he was 10 years old. He had polio. Like to be a great example for our nation's youth in this sport if he can ever put it together. And he feels that he's very close to putting his act totally together.
Richardson has made a history out of living and dying with his good left hand, and he's a little one-sided. He's left-handed, so when he wants to kick, he throws his front leg up front there, his left leg up front, and then when he wants to throw the left hand, he has to change stances, so he gets predictable.
Richardson thought he had taken a low blow there, and while clinching his groin area, he took a right hand from McCallum that scored right around the left eye. Ray McCallum and Tommy Richardson, two middleweights, and we're coming down to the end of round number 2, and both fighters still feeling one another out, so to speak, here. That left hand right at the end of round number 2 floored McCallum, and he is some woozy. And the blow did come right before the bell had sounded to end round number 2, John.
It came like blow hit and then bell immediately afterwards, catching Ray McCallum. I'm sure he was a little relaxed looking at the end of that round. Dinged him awfully good. He's over there still doesn't have his eyes straight yet.
Well, you got to believe that had that blow come any sooner, that the bell would not have saved him as it really did, and he was up on the count of 7.
Well, actually, the bell never saves a fighter. They have to go ahead and take the count, so it wouldn't have made any difference if he wasn't able to go on. There's the left hand right there. And Ray McCallum says, oh, my goodness, turn my head around.
It saved him from the standpoint that he didn't have to withstand any more punishment.
That's, in fact, the case. Tommy Richardson is probably going to come out and try to go like crazy in this round and see if he can. Go ahead. Oh, there it is.
Great left. And McCallum is down. He's not going to get up. That's going to be it.
Yes, sir! Yes, sir! Hey! Wait! Get out of here!
Tommy Richardson, perhaps so pumped up because he has finally come up with a big win against a ranked opponent, one that he's waited for some time.
Just walked in there and landed just a devastating left hand. There's that power left that we talked about earlier. Hit Ray McCallum right on the chin. Ray McCallum was still a little woozy from the first one that hit in the second round, and he is still down over there. McCallum's starting to sit up now.
Well, Ray McCallum, the wild man, just took a wild left hand from Tommy Richardson, a left hand that could propel the career of the challenger and make McCallum perhaps rethink his future where PKA karate is concerned. We will continue with much more. We'll talk with Tommy Richardson, the winner by a technical knockout from Pasadena, Texas, right after this.
The winner by knockout, Tommy Richardson.
So the former Nickel State defensive back who played in Thibodaux, Louisiana out of Jacksonville, Florida, comes up with a much-needed victory, and we'll return in just a moment. And when we do, John Worley will be talking with Tommy Richardson, our winner, in a bit of an upset over Wildman Ray McCallum.
Tommy, I think a lot of the, quote, experts figured that Ray McCallum would come out here and move around on you as he did in the first couple of rounds and go ahead and win a decision. Did you really feel confident even after that first round?
Yes, I knew I was going to defeat him, but I didn't know it was going to be as early as I did defeat him. I figured it'll be late in this 6th round or 7th round. I wanted to wear him down first, but I wanted to wear himself out the first 2 rounds. But it didn't work that way, and I saw him open to the head, and I went to the head and landed it.
You know, after that disappointing loss to Dennis Downey that I know you took on fairly short notice, did you really have plenty of time to get ready, and were you in full condition for this fight?
No, I didn't have plenty of time. I had a fight with Alexius, the light heavyweight champion. It was canceled out, and it took a lot out of me, and it was hard. It took me 2 weeks to get back into it, and then short notice with Downey, and I knew I could beat Downey, but it didn't work that way. Mentally, I was not there.
Let's take a look at the action there and take a look at that first knockdown. Tell us what's happening here.
Okay, there, mainly I couldn't get my feet up under him, but when I saw him throw the lead left, I just wanted to come over with the lead left also, because both of us is southpaw, and I had him going the way that I wanted him to go. Number one, that's where he messed up at.
And the second knockdown here, I think really was he was still in bad shape from the first one.
Right, he was still drowsy from the first knock. I saw his eyes still cross, and I just saw him when they looked at each other, when I just looked at him hard, and I said, this man is gone. And I hit him with a lead left, and I knew that was it. I knew there was no getting up after that.
Well, this puts you really right back into the top of that middleweight division, especially if Dennis Downey moves out, then you may be in line for something bigger down the line. Once again, I think you did a great job, and I look forward to seeing you do some more things in the future. Tim, I think we're looking at the man that's right back in the thick of things.
Well, it's obvious his career is in gear. John Worley, he works as a sales and marketing man for Continental Cablevision in Jacksonville.